graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. We got a interesting game today between the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox. The Twins ended up winning the first two games of this series. They beat the White Sox 9-6 on Monday, and yesterday they won 6-4 against Chicago, and they are looking to try to get the sweep. The Twins, on the other hand, are looking to try to get their 30th win of the season, and they want to try to end the series on a positive note. And so the pitching matchups for today, it'll be Erick Fedde, who's going to be on the hill for the Chicago White Sox, and Taj Bradley, who's going to be on the hill for the Minnesota Twins. Let me know what your final score predictions for this game are down below. I expect that this is going to be a close game, really, in this series. The one thing about this is that there's been a lot of offense in this series. You saw Tristan Gray hit his grand slam that he hit on Monday. Also, he had one yesterday as well. So I'm curious to see how he does. But he's been having an incredible series. Really, he's been unbelievable. This guy has really been on a tear, and we just can't say enough about him. We really can't. So we'll see how things end up going for him. But he's been doing really good for the Minnesota Twins. So I'm very curious to see how things do go. And sorry, he had a grand slam on Monday, but he did have 2 RBIs on Tuesday and ended up going 2 for 4. But so far in this series, man, 3 for 7 with 3 runs scored, 1 homer, and also 7 RBIs and a stolen base. So how is Fedde going to do against Tristan Gray? Something that I'm going to be looking for in this game. Obviously, the Chicago White Sox, they've been struggling with their pitching, and they just have not been able to get consistent pitching. Their offense has been doing good, but their pitching has been giving up runs. And they just have not been able to get over the top against these Minnesota Twins. So who's going to contribute for them? Is Chase Meidroth going to go out there and play good baseball? How about Miguel Vargas? You know, those are some things that I'm really intrigued about for this afternoon. But yeah, let me know what your final score predictions are down below. I will say that the one thing for the Chicago White Sox is that the lineup looks a little bit different today. Yesterday, Chase Meidroth was batting in the leadoff spot, and today they slid him down to the number 4 spot, which I find very intriguing. This guy has been driving in runs this season. He has 36 RBIs, 15 home runs, and he has a .228 batting average. But over his last couple of games heading on into the series, he was doing really well, but he's 0 for 6 in the series. But before that, he ended up getting himself 3 hits in that series against the Detroit Tigers, and he also had 2 solo home runs. But his bat has been quiet so far in this series. We'll see how he does, though, today. Final score predictions, please let me know down below. I'm going to go with the Chicago White Sox today. I got my final score as 7-4 Chicago. And my MVP, My MVP for this game, I'm going to go with Colson Montgomery. Did I say Chase Mydroth? I meant to say Colson Montgomery with all those stats. Montgomery this season has 15 home runs and also 36 RBIs. Mydroth has 5 homers, and he has 19 RBIs on the season. So, but yes, Colson Montgomery, I have him as my most valuable player for today, and I think that he's going to go off, and that he's going to have a very productive day, both at the plate and also defensively on the diamond as well. We haven't done any White Sox games this year, so that's like one of the only teams left that we have not been able to cover. Obviously, the Phillies are going to be playing against the Chicago White Sox. We won't be here for Friday for the first game of the series, but we will obviously be calling the games on Saturday and Sunday. But yes, we haven't talked about Byron Buxton. He's been sort of the elephant in the room as well. Byron Buxton has been doing okay in the series. The funny part is that they're really winning in spite of his offensive production. He looked like that he was starting to sort of turn it around in the series against the Pittsburgh Pirates when he went 2 for 4 on Saturday. Then he had the off day on Sunday. He's been getting hits, but he just has not been able to. The power has not been able to surge. He went on a really big tear, sort of like towards the end of April, beginning of May, but we've seen more so of a lack of power. Now, he did have those 2 homers back when they played against the Miami Marlins. He had that 2 home run game, but he sort of has cooled off a little bit. So can he start to get hot again? That's something that I am also wondering as well in this game, and we'll see how he does today. So, but yes, let me know what you guys think about that down below. I give the Twins the edge today, says Houston, Texas Dave. What's going on, Houston, Texas Dave? Good to see you on here. Says I give them the edge, and I got 4-3 Twins as my final score prediction. I appreciate you so much for being on here, my guy. Good to see you. Tom is also here in the chat. He says, we're ready to play some baseball, folks. Yes, we are. All right, so here is the starting lineup for this afternoon for the Chicago White Sox. And also we got the Minnesota Twins lineup here over on the other side. So for the Chicago White Sox, in case you can't see, Sam Antonacci is going to be batting leadoff. Then there'll be Miguel Vargas, who is batting second. He's playing over at third. And then over at the DH spot is going to be Andrew Benintendi. He'll be batting third. Colson Montgomery, the shortstop, is going to be batting cleanup. And then you got Chase Mydroth, who's over at second. He'll be batting fifth. Jacob Gonzalez playing over at first base. He'll be batting sixth. And then it's Tristan Peters, who has also been doing a really good job for the Chicago White Sox as of lately. And so he'll be batting seventh today. Drew Romo is the catcher, and he will be batting eighth. And Riku Nishida is the right fielder, and he'll be batting in the 9 spot. It's 82 degrees out at Target Field, and Taj Bradley is going to go out there to pitch for the Minnesota Twins as they're in their cream uniforms. There's Will Venable, who is the manager for the Chicago White Sox. 11-8. Career wins versus the Twins. Derek Shelton, also the manager for the Minnesota Twins as well. And his starting lineup today, it'll be this. It'll be Byron Buxton playing out in center field, batting leadoff. Then it's Brooks Lee playing over at third base. He'll be batting second. And then you got Trevor Larnach playing out in left field today. He'll be batting third. And then Josh Bell is the DH. He will be batting fourth. And then batting fifth is going to be Austin Martin, who is the right fielder for the Chicago White Sox. And then you got Victor Caratini behind the plate. Luke Kearshaw's over at second. Tristan Gray is over at short. And last but not least, Orlando Arcia is going to be in the lineup playing over at first base today. Orlando Arcia is over at first base. And so that is what the lineup looks like for the Minnesota Twins. The umpires for this afternoon, Brendan Miller is the home plate ump. And then you got Chris Conroy over at first. Ben May is over at second. And John Tempane is the third base umpire for this afternoon. First pitch should be getting ready And it should be about underway in about a minute or so. But here we go. All right, good stuff. Let's get the 3D stream up and running. And let's also make sure that we get our box score up and running as well. And take off the vertical side. Good. We'll get to Taj Bradley's stats in just a few moments. Once again, please make sure that when you guys come on in to hit the thumbs up button and to subscribe to the channel as well. And here we go. First pitch, ready to get things started and underway. That's inside for ball one to Sam Antonacci, who's batting .314 this season against right-handed pitching. And he will lead things off today for Chicago. 1-0 pitch, line drive hit out over to center. That'll take a bounce in front of Byron Buxton and get down for a base hit. And so there's a leadoff single to start off the ball game for the Chicago White Sox. The leadoff man is aboard. See if we can just pause this a little bit and try to sync this up. Miguel Vargas is up next. Charge! 70% of the money on the mini. On mini, give me the Sox. Gotcha, man. What's going on, Johnson? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you on here. So the leadoff man's aboard, and the pitch to Vargas is off the plate for ball one. So it's 1 ball and no strikes to Miguel Vargas. Let's pause this a little bit more. Try to sync it up as best as we possibly can. The 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be in there for a called strike. Might be a little bit in front. Or a little bit behind, I should say. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Miguel Vargas batting. The 1-1 pitch is down and away for ball 2. Scott is here. He says, what's up, JJ? How are you doing? My final score prediction today is going to be 8-5 Minnesota. So he has Minnesota completing the sweep. And Byron Buxton is his MVP for today. Nice to see you on here, Scott. Fist pump to you, my guy. And you get a bell as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sam Antonacci leads off over at first. Andrew Benintendi is in the on-deck circle. And up to bat is Miguel Vargas, facing Taj Bradley. The pitch. That's a little bit outside for ball 3. Taj has a 5-1 record so far this year. A 3.21 earned run average. In 56 innings, he has struck out 65 batters. Started off with the Rays back in 2023, and then he came on over to Minnesota in 2025. Next pitch, foul ball. And out of play it goes. The White Sox are 2.5 games out of the AL Central lead. They're behind Cleveland. So they're 2.5 games in back of them. Cleveland won last night. Minnesota is 6 games behind Cleveland. 3-2 pitch, runner goes, and the next pitch is fouled back towards the screen. Three balls, 2 strikes, top of the first. Let us know who you guys have down below. And please make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button. We go on for baseball. Do a lot of Phillies games. We also love doing other baseball games. The toss back over to first. And the throw is not in time. Three and 2 is the count. Top of the first. Antonacci 8 for 12 in stolen base attempts this season. And the toss back over to first. And the throw is not in time. The Marlins got off to a 1-0 lead. They're in the bottom of the third, though. Tigers and Rays are tied at 2. That game is in the top of the third. Runner goes again. The 3-2 pitch is downstairs for ball 4. And there's 2 runners on base for the White Sox. And here comes Andrew Benintendi. So that'll move Antonacci over to second. Vargas is now over at first. Charge! Nice. Two runners on, and Benintendi is in the batter's box. There's nobody out. And the first pitch, line drive, base hit out to right field. Antonacci's going to round third, and he is going to pump the brakes. The throw is cut off over at first, and the bases are loaded for the Chicago White Sox. With still nobody out. And that'll bring up Colson Montgomery, who against right-handed pitching is hitting .267 with 3 long balls. He has also struck out 6 times. Bradley in his last outing only went 4 innings. Gave up a total of 4 earned runs. Struck out 6. Did allow a homer. And the pitch. There's a 97-mile-per-hour heater at the knees. Taken for strike 1. White Sox looking to try to get on the board early here. Montgomery, a .228 hitter with 15 home runs on the season. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. He was late on the four-seamer. That came in 98 miles per hour. How's everybody's day going so far? Hopefully it's going well. Don't want you guys to get fired. If you guys are working, of course. But definitely make sure if you guys have a minute to come on and say hi. No balls, 2 strikes. In the top of the first inning, Bradley gets set at the Twins letters. Gets the signs and fires. And that's a swing and a miss. All 3 heaters thrown by Taj Bradley. That was at 99, and Montgomery was tardy on the fastball. Drop a chair in the chat for Taj Bradley. If you can, of course. Here we go. First pitch is going to be taken for a ball to Chase Mydroth. The 1-0, a little bit off the plate, not by much. Went to the cutter there. It didn't work. My day is going very well. Hopefully yours is going well too. I appreciate you, man. I'm having a good day. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a high fastball at 99. Right at the head level, towards the center of the plate. That ball just kept on rising and elevating. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bradley kicks, deals, and it's fouled back again. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. We got 32 people rocking with us. That is awesome. 2-2 is the count. 1 out, top of the first, and the 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball that'll drift out of play towards the right side. I think we're going to pause this a couple of more seconds. There we go. So the White Sox have the bases loaded in the top of the first. Antonacci singled, Vargas walked, Benintendi singled, and Montgomery struck out on 3 pitches. The 2-2 pitch, good idea. It was outside and low, though, for ball 3. Up next is Jacob Gonzalez. Chase Mydroth hitting .273 on the season so far. Big spot for him here. Bradley kicks, steals, and that ball is going to be fouled at 99. 2 cutters, then 3 four-seamers, then a cutter again, and another four-seamer. His four-seamer has topped at 99 miles per hour. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the first. The payoff pitch. It's down for ball 4, and the White Sox score early. Antonacci scores. Vargas heads over to third. Benintendi is at second, and Mydroth gets on with an RBI walk. Jacob Gonzalez in 3 games, just 2 for 10. He's in the box. And pitch number 1 is a curveball that dances in the zone for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike if you're rooting for the Chicago White Sox. Charge! 0-1 pitch, line drive, base hit out to left field. 1 run's easily going to score. 2 runs are going to score. It's a 2-run single for Jacob Gonzalez, and it's a 3-0 ball game. Chicago on top. Stopping at third base is Mydroth. And Gonzalez gets on with a 2-run single. He slaps it out to left field. And there's still 1 away. Here comes Tristan Peters. What a series he has had. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that's in the dirt for ball 1. I know this is not the Phillies, but how do you think tonight's game is going to go? I think the Phillies have all the momentum heading on into tonight's game. I really do. I'm so excited that Christopher Sanchez is going to pitch. I'm really hoping that the streak continues. But I think that I feel confident when Christopher Sanchez is out there on the bump, Scott. I don't know about you. How do you feel? 1-0 pitch. That's up high for ball 2. Always good to see you on here, my friend. Tristan Peters, over his last 7 games, as we talked about before, he is 11 for his last 18. 2-0 pitch, check swing, ground ball, hit back over towards the pitcher. The throw over the second, there's 1. That's all that they're going to get. Another run will score, and it's a 4-0 White Sox lead. That's an RBI fielder's choice. Mydroth rounds home plate. Crosses home plate. That's a 4-0 game. And it's Drew Romo's turn. So far, 7 men have come on up to the plate, and Romo is the 8th batter. First pitch high for ball 1. Drew Romo, 5 home runs, 8 extra base hits, just hitting underneath the Mendoza line. And the 1-0 is skied out over towards shallow right field. On the run, coming on in to make the grab is Austin Martin. And the inning is finally over. The damage is done, though. It's a 4-0 Chicago White Sox start. And the Twins are going to come on up to bat in the bottom of the first inning. We'll see what's in store for Byron Buxton and the Twins. F9, good stuff. Okay, Buxton will lead things off for Minnesota. Then it'll be Brooks Lee batting second, Trevor Larnach third, Josh Bell fourth. He is DHing. And then batting fifth is Austin Martin. He is the right fielder. Peter Caratini is the catcher. He'll be batting sixth. Seventh is Luke Keoshaw. He's playing over at second. Tristan Gray is the shortstop. He'll be batting eighth. And then you got Orlando Arcia who is batting in the 9 spot, playing over at first base. So it's Buxton, Lee, Larnach, Bell, Martin, Caratini, Kershaw, Gray, and Arcia in the starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins. And they will have to face Erick Fedde. He will be on the hill for the Chicago White Sox. Fedde spent a lot of time with the Washington Nationals, and now he's 33 years old. Also played with the White Sox in 2024, and then spent some time with St. Louis, then went over to Atlanta last year, and Milwaukee as well. Now he's back with the White Sox so far, 0-5. Hasn't gotten a win since last year. And he has a 5.4 ERA, a 1.48 whip as well, 53 1/3 of an inning, 34 strikeouts, 23 walks allowed, and 32 earned runs on the season as well. The last time that he faced the Minnesota Twins, you got to go back to last season when he played against Minnesota, and he struggled. He really did. So he's looking to try to bounce back for sure. He did, though, in August of 2024, he did go 6 innings against Minnesota, and he gave up just 2 hits. Only one of them was a solo home run. He struck out 7. So Fedde is on the bump, and the first pitch is going to be taken for ball 1. And Buxton in the batter's box looks at the 1-0 pitch. They try to appeal, and they say, yes, he went around. It looked like it was a strike anyways, but umpire said that it was a ball. Fedde with a sweeper, a sinker, a cutter, a changeup, and he'll mix in the 4-seam fastball from time to time. There's the 1-1. That misses inside for ball 2. Byron Buxton has 28 extra base hits. 17 of them have been home runs. The pitch, line drive, drilled out over to left, but it'll be caught for out number 1. That was hit right on a rope to Sam Antonacci's way. And so a line out to left to start off the bottom of the first. Antonacci's in left. Tristan Peters is out in center field. And then you got Riku Nishida playing out in right for the Chicago White Sox. Drew Romo is catching. And Erick Fedde is on the hill. I'll get you the infielders in a few seconds. As Lee comes on up to the plate. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. I think he actually bunted it foul. Let's look again. He did. He showed bunt there, and that was a foul ball. No balls and 1 strike to Brooks Lee. Vargas is at third. Montgomery's at short. And the 0-1 pitch, ground ball hit over towards third. And the throw to first is in plenty of time for out number 2. 6 pitches and 2 outs. Playing over at first, it's Jacob Gonzalez. At second, it's Chase Mydroth. And again, at third base, it's Miguel Vargas. And at short, it's Colson Montgomery. The pitch. Larnach stares at strike 1. Trevor is up to bat. Fedde fires. And the changeup is low. It's a nice day here in South Jersey. How's the weather been with you guys? It's a beautiful day here. 1-1 pitch. It's up high for ball 2. A lot of sunshine. This is spring weather. The 2-1 offering. Outside for ball 3. Fedde has a 1.17 career ERA against the Minnesota Twins. The 3-1 pitch. And a called strike on the outside edge. 3-2, bottom of the first. 4-0 White Sox. 2 gone. Fedde gets set. rocks and fires, and a swing and a miss, and Larnack is down on strikes. Fedde is retired, and a 1-2-3 inning for Erick Fedde. We're going to go to the top of the second. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off, but I will be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. There we go. Whoever did subscribe to the channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Comment who you are down below over on the YouTube side of things. We are on Twitch, and we also are on, we do upload to TikTok, to X as well. The pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. That misses outside for a ball. Audra Martin. Next pitch. So now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch on the way. That ball is slapped foul and out of play. Chicago White Sox, after today, will be heading on a plane and coming on over to Philadelphia to take on the Phillies out at Citizens Bank Park. The 1-2 pitch. That is up high for ball 2. On Friday, it'll be Jesus Luzardo facing Anthony Kay. Sean Burke is going to be pitching on Saturday. And Painter will be his opponent. Next pitch from Bradley. Here it comes. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Actually got him chasing after that fastball. Regardless, though, there's 1 away. Riku Nishida is the one who struck out. He was the only guy that didn't bat in the first inning. Here's Sam Antonacci, and he stares at strike 1. And then on Sunday, for the Twins, for the White Sox, they will have Sandlin facing Nola. 0-1 pitch, and that'll be in there for strike 2 to Sam Antonacci. Minnesota, on the other hand, after this game is over, they will play a 4-game set against the Kansas City Royals. The pitch, outside for a ball. They haven't announced yet who is going to pitch tomorrow. But they got Matthews on Friday, Ryan on Saturday, and Priop over on Sunday. The pitch, fouled off. One ball, two strikes. The 1-2 pitch. That's a line drive, base hit down the left field line. And so that'll be cut off, and heading on over to second base is Antonacci. The throw to get him is in time. What a throw out in left field from Minnesota. That's Trevor Larnach, who just got to that baseball. And you know what? Antonacci's like, I'm going to test the arm, and that failed miserably. And so it's going to just be scored as a single, and that's that. There's two away. Bases are empty. What was he doing? He was diving in there head first. I was thinking Larnach was probably going to gun him out here, and he most certainly did. So Antonacci gets two singles. However, this time he's out at second base. That's his fourth outfield assist of the season, which just tied his career high. First pitch is taken for a ball. Second pitch is going to be slapped foul. And the count is 1-1. What's up, Long Ball? How you doing, my friend? Thanks so much for stopping on by. The 1-1 pitch. That's outside at 99 miles per hour. Taken for ball two. Taj Bradley not off to a good start at all. He gave up 4 runs in the first. The 2-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Miguel Vargas batting on the right side. Walked his last time up. 2-2 is the count. And the pitch. Off the plate for ball 3. They tried to see if he went. And umpire says no, he did not. Three balls, two strikes. Top of the second. 2 away. 4-0 Chicago. The 3-2 pitch. And that is just a bit low. Bradley thought about challenging and decided not to. Looked like it got the outside edge at the knees. I don't think he signaled for a challenge. They're showing him. Yes. Okay, so Andrew Benintendi is going to come on up to the plate. They had the camera stuck on the pitcher. So for the second time today, Vargas walks. Pitch grounded over towards short, bobbled, and everybody's going to be safe. Not a good play there by Tristan Gray over at shortstop. That was an easy ground ball. Just could not make the stop there, and the inning will continue for the Chicago White Sox as they have runners over at first and second. So Benintendi gets on with an E6. It was hit right to Gray. All he had to do was put the glove down and get it into the glove, and he couldn't even do that. Charge! 2 away, and Colson Montgomery, who lined out his last time up, actually struck out his last time up. Big difference. Chops the first pitch foul towards the right side. If you did just subscribe to the channel, let me know who you guys are down below. Appreciate you guys for being on here. Montgomery is in the box. Bradley's pitch count already is at 47. Has not even gotten out of the second. 2 runners on, 2 away, and the 0-1 swing and a miss. Good cutter thrown by Taj, and Montgomery got fooled. A 4-0 start for Chicago. Bradley trying to get out of this jam. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch number 49 coming on up. Bradley looks back at second, now back to the plate in the 0-2. There's a fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. Buxton tracks it down, though, and makes the catch right by the Twins' letters towards his left side. And the inning is over. No runs, 2 men left, and we will go to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 4-0 ball game. Chicago has the lead. All right, good stuff. How's everybody doing in the chats? Jose is here. What's going on? The real Napoleon is here. Shout out to you guys. Where's everybody tapping on in from this afternoon? Time to give people some shout outs. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, folks. Once again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. This is our first White Sox game that we've done. This is our 6th Twins game that we've done. And again, that doesn't include Phillies. Sorry, this is our 5th game. Shula! What's up, Shula? How you doing? Where are you tapping in from? Dominican Republic, Jose says, let's go. What's up, Jose? Fist bump to you. Representing the DR, yes, sir. Scott from Greensboro, North Carolina. How you doing, my friend? I know I said hi to you before, but I can never say hi to anybody too many times. The real Napoleon says, who's your team? The Phillies. The Phillies. We'll be on for the Phillies game again tonight. But we do a lot of baseball coverage. Not just the Phillies. We do a lot of other baseball teams as well. And that's the really cool part about it. We did 23 World Baseball Classic games. If you really like the style that I bring, it's more like an old school traditional radio play-by-play style, but I obviously interact with the chats and really care deeply about you guys as well. Here's the first pitch, and that is taken for a ball. PAS with a $5 super chat. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, PAS. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch to Josh Bell is outside and low for ball 2. Bell is in the box, batting on the left side. Shout out to PAS. The 2-0 pitch was swung on and missed, so that's why it's a 2-1 count now. And the 2-1 offering, excellent sweeper thrown for strike 2. PAS covers the New York Mets. He covers the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Flyers. That's my guy. Love and appreciate him for all the support. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Got Josh Bell looking at a sinker at the knees. JJ Felix tuning on in over on Twitch. He says, waiting on a Byron Buxton home run. Well, so far he's 0 for 1 today. He did line out over to left field. Wouldn't have been a homer, but just wanted to let you know about that. Bottom of the second, 1 away. And Austin Martin takes a sweeper down Broadway for strike 1. Shua says, I'm tuning on in from Hamilton City, California. Shout out to Hamilton City, California. You guys are awesome. The next pitch to Martin is in there for strike 2. For those of you who are betting, do you guys actually have teams that you guys root for, or are you guys just into the betting side of things? 0-2, here it comes. That's up high and away for a ball. We also do this thing, and then I swear we'll get back to our program. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 is down in the way for ball 2. We do this thing called MLB Diamond Zone, and basically what Diamond Zone is it's like if you ever watch NFL Red Zone with Scott Hansen, it's pretty much like that, okay? All the exciting action that goes on in baseball, whether somebody is up with the bases loaded, we really do a good job covering all aspects of what's going on in every single game. That's called MLB Diamond Zone. Next pitch. That's going to be grounded over towards short. It's played on a hop, and the throw on over to first is in plenty of time. I'm going to drop the link to that down below. Make sure that you guys go check that out. Also, if you're into like fantasy baseball, it's a really cool thing as well. Or if you just want to hear me call 6 different games at once, it's pretty cool. I just have to say, it's so cool. The pitch, that's popped up, hit out over towards short, and the catch is made, and the side is retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for Erick Fedde and the Chicago White Sox. And we're going to go to the top of the third, 4-0 Chicago. So yeah, that is what Diamond Zone is. And we use the 3D. We do. We use the 3D for that, so it's so awesome. Once again, PAS, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That was really nice. Oh, boy. So just a little recap. Bell struck out looking. It was a backwards K. We forgot to drop a chair in the chat and played the cha-ching. Martin grounded out over to short. And Victor Caratini popped out to short. So leading it off in the top of the third, it'll be Chase Mydroth. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the order. Oh, boy. You know what we'll do? We'll do the batter camera. See how that looks. 4-0 Chicago as we are in the top of the third. White Sox put up all 4 of their runs in the first, thanks to an RBI walk with the bases loaded from Chase Mydroth, a 2-run single by Jacob Gonzalez out to left, and an RBI groundout by Tristan Peters. The Twins have not put up anything on the board. They don't even have a base runner. PAS is the man. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for strike one. It's a 4-seamer at 94 miles per hour. The 0-1. That'll be chopped foul towards the left side. There's more motion with this. I don't really know if I necessarily like that, but it's cool to just get the perspective of that. The 0-2, it's going to be taken down for a ball. Here's what it looks like, though, from the pitcher's perspective. We could do this. See how this looks. The 1-2 delivery. And a fly ball hit out over towards deep right field. That's going to go back over towards the track, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall. And the right fielder's down. Buxton goes over to back it up, and that's going to result in a leadoff double here in the top of the third inning. It looked like that Austin Martin tried to leap up and catch that thing, and he just banged into the wall. He fell down hard. Buxton is there right over towards his left side, and Martin is on one knee. He'll take the glove off, and Buxton will try to help him up. But an excellent swing there to start off the top of the third by Chase Mydroth. That was a bullet that went right on over the glove of Austin Martin out in right. He wouldn't have been able to catch that. Regardless, though, a leadoff double. Couldn't really see where the ball went there. That's the only thing I don't like about that. Looks like the Sox have had a fruitful first inning. Yep. Bases loaded walk by Mydroth, a 2-run single by Jacob Gonzalez, and an RBI groundout from Tristan Peters. The trainer is checking up on Austin. He says that he's okay. And the trainer's going to walk all the way back to the dugout. Going outside with my dog, and I'll be back in a few. That's awesome. With the way that right field is designed out there, you can see that there's like a little overhang. The ball went underneath the overhang. So that's ruled in play. Jacob Gonzalez is up to bat. Chase is over at second. Leadoff man in scoring position. And the pitch. That's going to be in there for strike one. Gonzalez is 3 for 11 with a 2-run single. No balls and 1 strike. Taj Bradley gets set and fires, and the cutter is down for a ball. The 1-1 pitch, high for ball 2. I was really looking forward to seeing Murakami on Friday. I couldn't stop talking about it for a couple of weeks. Now I don't get to see him. The pitch, and that's a foul ball. Who pitches Friday? Who am I going to see Friday? K. Anthony K. Who's been actually pitching very, very well for them. He had a 1.95 ERA in the month of May. 2-2, and that's a foul ball. Phillies are playing against the White Sox. So I'll be going to my first game of the season on Friday. The 2-2 pitch, here it comes. Line drive, base hit out to right field. And so, stopping over at third base is Mydroth. And Jacob Gonzalez gets his second single of the day. And Tristan Peters is up next for Chicago. I'm bummed for you on that one. He's so good. Yeah, Zeus. Zeus is on the bump for the Phillies. Yep. That should, honestly, I think that that's going to be a good series. I really do. I know that Anthony K has been doing really well. I haven't really seen how he's done this year, but I've heard a lot of really good things. He's more of like a ground ball type of a pitcher, from what I've heard. The pitch, and that's going to be taken a little bit high for a ball. It'll be challenged, though, by Caratini, and he will win the challenge, and instead of it being a 1-0 count, it'll be an 0-1 count. And Tristan Peters has been like one of the hottest hitters in all of baseball. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. That 96-mile-per-hour fastball was outside. Oh, and 2 is the count. Top of the third. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And time is called. Peters did not start last night, but in his last 5 games, he has gotten at least 2 hits per game. The pitch is up high for a ball. The 1-2, here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And so there's 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Up next is Drew Romo. And the pitch is going to be fouled back towards the screen. What's up, Rhino? How you doing, my friend? Folks, go subscribe to Rise and Rhino. He covers football and does an awesome job. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball hit towards the right side. Second baseman Hassey throws it over to shortstop for 1. And a throw to first. That's a double play. 4-6-3. And that'll end the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's still a 4-0 Chicago White Sox lead. Keyshaw will lead things off. Tonight, we got Phillies and Padres at 6:40. Christopher Sanchez versus Walker Buehler tonight. We'll see if Sanchez can continue to dominate. He is on a historical run right now for the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, boy. JJ's on early. Yep. Yep. We got 48 people tuning on in. 30 of you have hit the thumbs up button. That's awesome. That's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Bottom of the 3rd. 4-0 is the score. And Keyshaw, Gray, and Arcia are due on up. Tonight's also game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Knicks play against the Spurs. Should be a good matchup. First pitch. It'll be in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Sweeper that's taken down for a ball. The 1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Fedde gets set and fires. That's a fly ball hit out over towards deep right center field. And there to make the grab is Nishida, just shy of the track for out number 1. That's 7 batters retired for Erick Fedde. He is retired all 7. Here comes Tristan Gray to the plate. And here's the pitch. Line drive hit out over towards left center field. On the run to make the grab. Out in center is going to be Tristan Peters. And so there's out number 2. They're talking about Yoendris Gomez, who got his 3rd save last night for the Minnesota Twins. It's been doing pretty good for them. Here's a 94-mile-per-hour heater that's at the knees for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch. It's way up high and way outside for a ball to Orlando Arcia. He's in .333 so far in 9 games. And the 1-1 pitch in the air, hit out over to deep left field. It'll stay in the ballpark, though. The catch is made on the track, and the inning is over. Arcia was trying to take advantage of a hanger, and it didn't work out. And so, Fedde gets out of the inning and gets himself another 1-2-3 inning. And we will go to the top of the 4th inning. It's a 4-0 lead for Chicago. All right, 4-0 as we go to the top of the 4th. The Detroit Tigers are up 6-2. That game is going to the bottom of the 6th. The Rays are down by 4. Aranda, Diaz, and Palacios are due on up. Who homered in that game? Dingler had himself an RBI single. Rogers had himself a solo home run. Made it 2-1. Mullins also homered in the game. And Dingler hit himself a 3-run shot. So Dingler's had himself a really good day. It's pretty good. Tonight, the Orioles play the Red Sox. That game will be at 6:45. You got Chris Bassett on the hill versus Peyton Toll. Fitzy will be covering that game, I'm pretty sure. I should actually double check that. But Fitzy does do the Red Sox games. Here we start off the top of the 4th, and there's a line drive hit out over towards center, but it's right at Byron Buxton. And there's 1 away in the top of the 4th. So 1 out there. Riku Nishida lines out to center. And Sam Antonacci is up to bat. Attaboy, Arcia. So you got that Reese sponsored? Yeah, no. I had the shirt. My dog's name is Reese. I wanted to wear it for her today. The pitch is up high for a ball. She's okay. I haven't pulled this out in a while. But I like it. 1-0. That's going to be a foul ball. Jose loves my trivia. It's cool. I like it. The 1-1 pitch. That's down for ball 2. Jose, I always do trivia in the 7th inning. You know, I did miss it the last time, though. That's why I did it in the 8th. Because I had a lot going on. 1-0. That's going to be a foul ball. Jose loves my trivia. It's cool. I like it. The 1-1 pitch. That's down for ball 2. Jose, I always do trivia in the 7th inning. You know, I missed it. I did miss it the last time, though. That's why I did it in the 8th. Because I had a lot going on. The 2-1 pitch. That's taken outside for ball 3. 3-1 pitch. And it's up high for ball 4. And so, there's a 1-out walk. And Antonacci gets on for the 3rd time today. And Miguel Vargas is up next. Anybody ever been out to Minnesota? I've never been there. I know some people who are from Minnesota. The pitch. That's a foul ball. That's at 97 miles per hour. No balls, 1 strike. We are in the top of the 4th. There's 1 out. A runner over at first. And here's the 0-1 pitch. That's up high at 97 miles per hour. One ball, 1 strike. The toss back over to first, and that is not in time. Antonacci just got his left hand back in there. He got a step, and then he just was able to get back there in the nick of time. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-0 White Sox. We'll catch you up for those of you who just tuned on in just a few seconds. As the 1-1 is a check swing grounder hit over towards the left side of the mound. And so Bradley has it on a hop, fires it over to first, and there's out number 2. So that goes down as a 1-3 ground out. And heading on over to second is Antonacci. So the White Sox sent 8 men up to the plate in the first inning, and they put up all 4 of their runs then. Benintendi looks at strike 1. It's in the zone. Chase Mydroth had himself an RBI walk with the bases loaded. Gonzalez had himself a 2-run single. And Tristan Peters had an RBI groundout. 0-1 pitch. And that's outside for a ball. The 1-1. That misses up high for ball 2. The 2-1 delivery. That misses outside for ball 3. It's at 97 miles per hour. Montgomery is in the on-deck circle. And the 3-1 pitch. That's fouled back over towards the screen. I'd like to go, but only in the summer, says Haley. Any P.O. box openings tonight? No, but if you do want to send me some stuff, you can. That's for anybody. You guys can send stuff to the P.O. box. But nothing this week. 3-2 pitch, and that's up high for ball 4. And so there's a 2-out walk. So Benintendi goes on over to first. That's the 3rd time that he's gotten on base. And Antonacci slides on over to second. Folks, we are now 40 subscribers away from getting to the 10,500 marker. We had a timeout taken on the bump. Taj has 80 pitches. And the pitching coach is going to go have a conversation with everybody. And that convo right now is broken up. Summertime going to Minnesota sounds interesting. Colson Montgomery, his OPS is at 801. He has hit 15 home runs on the season. And he also has 36 runs batted in. 2 away. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. Tell you what, he's been really tardy on these fastballs today. Struck out in the first. He's had 4 swings and misses. 0-1 is the count. Bradley kicks, deals, swing and a miss, make that now 5. No balls and 2 strikes as we are in the top of the 4th. And there's 2 outs and 2 runners on. Is Mitch Williams still pitching? If you mean Taj Bradley, then I guess the answer is yes. Because he had a wild first inning. Yeah, he's still pitching. He has 82 pitches. The balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch, fouled back towards the screen. No balls and 2 strikes in the 0-2 pitch. Another swing and a miss, and the inning is over. And so Montgomery strikes out, and that's that. We will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Buxton, Lee, and Larnack are going to come on up to the plate. We'll see how they do. I have a song that's been stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head all day. A one-hit wonder. A one-hit wonder has been stuck in my head. And I don't really like to call them like a one-hit wonder, but because they're a good band, I think, but should I just tell you? Yeah, I guess I should just tell you. Snow Patrol, Chasing Cars. It's been stuck in my head. Ty. I did in my high school class, I did we were supposed to replicate a music video. Somebody actually replicated Thrower. And it was really, really good. It was awesome. But mine was Chasing Cars. I replicated that. We got yelled at because we were on the escalator. There's a scene in the music video where what's his name is on the escalator. He's going up and down, and then he just lies on the escalator, and people walk over him. We got yelled at in the mall for doing that. It was really funny. Yeah. Here's Byron Buxton. And the first pitch is grounded over towards short. Mydroth picks it up. And the throw over to first is in plenty of time for out number 1. We're going up and down the escalator. I think we shot the thing 9 or 10 different times. Security was not happy. So Buxton grounds out over to short. And Brooks Lee is up to bat now. 1 out and the pitch. That's going to be in there for strike 1. If I just lay here. Yeah. Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of the 4th. That took a long time to film. 1-1 pitch. That's taken outside and low for ball 2. What we also did, which was really funny, was there's a scene where he's just laying on the train track. Obviously, we didn't go into a Subway and just lay him down there. We took a garden cart from Lowe's, and I had to sort of like run and keep up with whoever was pulling. My friend who was the lead. And I had to keep the camera steady. And we had to, like, film that thing, like, 12 different times. Like, oh, my gosh. 2-2 pitch. Line drive hit out over towards right field. And the catch is made for out number 2. What a play out in right by Riku Nishida. And so there's 2 away in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nice catch. I couldn't imagine doing school projects with AI now. Yeah. Yeah. It's different. Even just from 10 years ago, after I graduated high school. It's different. For sure. The pitch. That's taken inside for a ball. One-0 pitch. That is way outside for ball 2. Trevor Larnach is up to bat. The 2-0 pitch. That is outside for ball 3. Three-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Why are Philadelphia fans so notoriously hard-hearted? They even booed some girl who flubbed the national anthem. 3-1 pitch, and that's outside for ball 4. And there's a 2-out walk in the bottom of the 4th inning. So, I can't speak for all Philadelphia fans. I mean, you're gonna have the reckless fans. You're gonna have the bad apples. You're gonna have those people. Bottom of the 4th. 2 outs and the pitch, and that's fouled away. In the East Coast, in Philly, in Boston, and in New York, they have this blue-collar mentality. You know? It's a hard-working city, like a hard-working mentality that they have where they give you tough love. They do. And when you're not performing and you're getting paid millions of dollars, they boo you. That's just how it goes. 1-1 pitch, and that's a foul ball. But they boo because they care about their team. That's just the nature of it. And then they praise the heck out of you when you succeed. They really do. 1-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. So, like, for example, during the 2022 World Series run, that team was so beloved here in Philadelphia. They would sell out every night. It would be a nightmare for opponents to come on over to the stadium because there was a sea of red that was painted at that ballpark. It's just like when things are bad, they want you to be great. And some athletes just aren't meant to play in this market. That's just how it goes. But if you have thick skin, and if you can put that aside and go out there and try to get better every single day, the fans will see it, and they'll appreciate you. I can't speak, though, as to why, the booing of Santa Claus happened. I can't explain the national anthem thing. Clips go viral. I don't know. But that's what I know about the sports itself and when it comes to just the athletes. 1-2 pitch, and that's down and away for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The bottom of the 4th, 2 outs, and a runner over on first. Tickets are also really expensive to just go to these games. The 2-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. And parking is really high. Like, the home run derby, the tickets were not cheap. You know? Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. They even cheer when someone is injured, though. I can't say that. I've never seen that happen before. But then again, I don't have that sort of stuff on my timeline or on my algorithm, so I can't speak for that. The 2-2 pitch, that's grounded over towards first, and that's going to be taken to the bag for out number 3. And we are going to go to the top of the 5th inning. So far, so good. Bell is retired. Larnack was the first base runner for Minnesota today. He walked with 2 outs. And we're going to go to the 5th. What's up, LP? What's going on, Big Rud? And what's going on, Denny? Good to see you guys. Let's go. But that's just my experience. Brandon Marsh and Christopher Sanchez are earning fans for life. Neither will need to buy a drink in Philadelphia. Think about this, chat. Look at what Brandon Marsh has had to go through, even as a Philadelphia Philly, because he was getting booed. But look at the changes that he has made as a player. He's matured. He's stood up to it, and he's made proper changes to his swing, to his stance, and he's taken everything like a champion. And fans do appreciate that. That's why they gave him even like a little standing ovation yesterday after he made that awesome catch. And you could see him smiling out there. He was having fun. Sanchez, absolutely. For sure. USA, what's going on, man? You definitely got Al Gore. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Good to see you on here. Al Gore, I've never gotten that comp before. Al Gore. The pitch. That's taken for a ball. So it's 1 ball, no strikes. Chase Mydroth is leading off the top of the 5th inning. Eric Orzi is warming up in the bullpen. Taj Bradley has 85 pitches right now. 4-0 Sox. Mydroth in the box. The 1-0 pitch. That sails down and away for ball 2. Overcome a lot of adversity, shows who he is as a person. Absolutely. Absolutely. With Brandon Marsh. 2-0 pitch, and that's taken for ball 3. Look at Brandon Graham as well. Look at like these people that were ready to get like DFA'd or just, dropped. Like Nick Foles. Nick Foles, for example, never has to buy another beer in this city. This guy thought about retiring, thought about quitting football. He was playing that bad, and he won a Super Bowl. He beat Tom Brady. He outdueled Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. And he has a statue. 3 balls, no strikes. Those are champions. The 3-0 pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike. I'd like to see Buxton go to the Phillies by the break. Wheeler deserves a World Series, and Sanchez deserves recognition. I'm with you there. I'm with you on the last part. Buxton, I just don't know if he can stay healthy, man. 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. I just don't know if he can stay healthy. Jacob Gonzalez is in the on-deck circle. 3-2 to chase Taj Bradley kicks and deals. That's fouled back towards the screen. I want Bryce Harper to get a ring here. 3-2 pitch, here it comes, swing and a miss. And so there's out number 1 in the top of the 5th inning. Taj Bradley now at 92 pitches. Gets himself his 5th strikeout of the ball game. That's now 5 chairs. Let's go. Now it's Gonzalez, who's had himself quite a day. Jacob Gonzalez had a 2-run single once upon a time. That was back in the first. Mydroth also had an RBI bases loaded walk. And Tristan Peters had an RBI ground out. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. The 0-2 pitch. That's low for a ball. The 1-2 delivery. That is taken outside and high for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Buxton to the Braves. Where'd they put him? The pitch. That's going to be lined out over towards first. And the catch is made by Arcia for out number 2. Speaking of Braves, there's a former Brave over at first. I like how Haley said, attaboy. Two outs, top of the 5th. And the pitch is up high for a ball. The Padres did DFA Castellanos. How about that? 1 ball, 1 strike. That's funny. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the 5th. And the pitch. That's popped up. That's a foul ball. I'm an elephant, says Haley. You never forget. That's what's in. That's what's in. 1-2 pitch. And that's taken down for ball 2. You're an awesome elephant. Always remember that. The 2-2 pitch. And that's outside for ball 3. Three-two pitch on the way. Line drive, base it out to right center field, and that's going to go towards the wall. And the throw over to second base is definitely not in time. And there's a double by Tristan Peters, who gets on for the first time today. He's had a productive day, but he gets his 11th two-bag of the season. Let's go. Okay. And Drew Romo is up to bat, but first we have a pitching change. Eric Orze is going to go on out there to pitch. And Derek Shelton is going to wave goodbye to Taj Bradley. Let's go. Cheers. Adam, what's up, Adam? How you doing, man? You're funny. Oh, man. Acuna and Buxton would be a great combo. Garcia isn't performing offensively. Acuna and Buxton would be a great combo. Garcia. Who's Garcia? R. Garcia? Acuna and Buxton would be a great combo. That's one sentence. If he goes to the Braves. Meanwhile, Garcia for the Phillies is not performing offense. Okay, I got you. I'm like, wait. Like, we're not getting Acuna and Buxton. I got confused. Like, there's no world that that would ever happen. No world. So they don't DFA Tatis Jr., but Casty, yes, Casty has more homers than Tatis this year. But Tatis, Fernando Tatis Jr., though, is still stealing bags. He still is doing, he's still getting on base. And he's still fast. So, of course it makes sense for them to DFA Nick Castellanos over Tatis. Phillies Garcia, sorry. No worries. I was like, wait, I'm like trying to put like two sentences, together, but now it makes sense. Thanks. I have many filing cabinets upstairs, some useful, some not. It's like the SpongeBob fine dining episode. What's his name? Beef Wellington? Your name. The fork on the left? Oh, man. It's funny. Top of the fifth, 1 ball, no strikes. Romo is in the box. And the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. I don't always have the best memory, but I do try to remember a lot of things. As much as I possibly can, for sure. But some things I'm not as good at remembering, I should say. 1-1 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. Especially when I'm streaming, I'm forgetting everything that I say sometimes. Sometimes I'm just talking, and I don't even realize what I'm saying, which is not good. I don't like that. And again, like, I understand it's a lot to do, but that's something I'm trying to get better at. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the fifth, a runner over at second. And the 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Swung on and missed. He got him. And the inning is over. Time to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Out at Target Field. Let's go. More soup for your armpits. That's right. You're amazing, dude. Henry, thank you so much, man. And your ball knowledge is elite. Love your shirt. Go Sox. Who's your favorite player? My favorite player in the league is Jordan right now. My favorite pitcher in the league is Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler. Biased. Yeah. Non-Phillies pitcher, though. Who's my favorite non-Phillies pitcher? It's a tough one. I probably would have to go with the fork on the left. No, I'm kidding. I'd probably go with if I were to say like my non-favorite Phillies pitcher, I would probably go maybe Hunter Brown for the Houston Astros. I would say. First time seeing Jason on a non-MLB jersey. That's your first time ever seeing me on a non-Phillies jersey or a shirt? I guess to be fair, I haven't done it in a while. But I don't know, today was more of a casual day for me. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate it. We've been calling games on here for now 4 years. I went to school at Rowan. I actually did get to call games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the minor league high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. And I also did games for the Delaware Bluecoats as well. They're the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. And after I graduated, I went to NFL Films. And I thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool to start a YouTube channel to just make a reel. But then I thought, you know what? As I'm doing this, I'm like, them being on YouTube is a really cool thing. I think that we're building something really special here. And we're not just calling games. We're trying to make a positive impact over on the internet. 1-1 pitch, here it comes. That ball's going to be grounded over towards short. Mindroth plays it on a hop, throws it over to first. And that is in time. They just came back, so I apologize. Reese, you sure guessed you got it from Hershey Park? No. I actually got it because I have a dog and her name is Reese. And my aunt actually got this for me. The pitch. It's grounded over towards the right side. Second baseman picks it up, throws it over to first. And that is in time. Over at second base today for Chicago. That is... Actually, sorry. Mindroth is over at second. And Montgomery's over at short. Oof. Lock in. Nova, what's going on, Nova? How you doing, my friend? Also, Henry, thanks so much for the sub if that was you. Twins are going to come back from this game. What's up, Rouse Lena? Is that how you say that? Ross Lena? Here's Luke Kearshaw. First pitch. Strike one. 4-0 White Sox. Bottom of the fifth. 2 outs. Nobody on. No balls, 1 strike. We'll be doing Phillies versus the White Sox, of course, this weekend. However, we're actually going to be at the game on Friday. So we won't be on Friday. But we'll be on Saturday and Sunday for that. So mark your calendars for that. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit out to right field. And that is the first hit of the day for the Minnesota Twins. The no-hitter is broken up. And Luke Kearshaw gets on base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. We mentioned before, but Erick Fedde coming on into this outing has had a 1.19 earned run average against the Minnesota Twins. This guy has a very high earned run average, but seems to succeed when he faces Minnesota. Here's the pitch, line drive, and that's a base hit out to right field over the head of Mindroth. The throw's going to be drawn over to third, and that ball nearly got by Colson Montgomery as he tried to cut it off. Not the best throw out in right field provided by Riku Nishida. Regardless, though, there's 2 outs and now 2 base runners here in the bottom of the 5th. And we got back-to-back singles. All right. And Orlando Arcia is going to come on up. JJ, what are your predictions for the All-Star game? When you say the predictions for the All-Star game, like who's going to get in? Or are you saying like final score predictions? Who's going to start? Give me some specific ones. What's up, Nova? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you on here. 2 runners on, bottom of the 5th. 2 away. Orlando Arcia, 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And the pitch, here it comes, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Players and starters and who will win. Well, that's a lot of questions. Let me do it during a break. I'll do it during a break. 0-1 pitch, grounded over towards shortstop, and the flip over the second is in plenty of time. That break will be right now. And we're going to go to the top of the 6th. Okay. So to answer your question, okay. Players and starters and who will win. I don't have the whole list of players in front of me, so that's a little bit tough. I think that Kyle Schwarber gets in. I think he should get in. I think Paul Skeens definitely gets in. Christopher Sanchez will get in. I don't know. Over at short, who's having a good year at short in the National League? Definitely not Trey Turner. Otto Lopez, I think, gets in. Riley Green, I don't know. Yordan Alvarez will get in. Vladdy, I don't know. Vladdy might not get in. Otani's going to get in for sure. Aaron Judge will make it. I think Corbin Carroll has had a good year. I think Ketel Marte gets in because he's been red hot lately. Brandon Marsh will get in. That's all I'll say. Ernie's had a good year. National League starters. I don't have the All-Star list up out in front of me. I think Ronald Acuna Jr. gets in. But I don't know who's going to start. If I were to select, I would take Freddie Freeman over at first as my starter. I would take Xavier Edwards at second. I would take at third base, I would probably go Bregman. And at shortstop, I would go C.J. Abrams. The pitch is taken for a strike. Riku Nishida is up to bat. 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be inside for a ball. One ball, one strike. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be in there for strike 2. In the outfield, I'll take Acuna. I go Corbin Carroll. And Brandon, I don't know if Brandon Marsh gets a starter role, but Michael Harris has had a good year. And then DH, I got Schwarber. Catcher is the 1-1 is fouled away. Catcher, I go Drake Baldwin. 1-2. That's a pie for ball 2. So again, White Sox lead at 4-0. That game is currently in the top of the 6th. 2-2 pitch, ground ball hit over to shortstop. Lee bobbles it, throws it over to first, and that's going to get by the first baseman. And just like that, another runner in scoring position for Chicago. That was Gray over at shortstop who fumbled the baseball, and he threw it on over to first, and it was also a little bit off the line there. He's been really bad today over at short. So the leadoff man is aboard. That's going to go down as an infield single and an E6. It's the second error today, provided over at short by Tristan Gray. Leadoff man over at second. And the pitch, that'll be in there for a called strike. Sam Antonacci is up at the plate. 0-1 pitch. Line drive, base it out to right center field. And so one run is going to score. And it's now a 5-0 Chicago White Sox lead. On an RBI double by Sam Antonacci. Riku Nishida crosses home plate. And for the fourth time today, Sam Antonacci gets on. Here comes Vargas. The pitch. And that's inside for a ball. In the American League, I don't know. Ben Rice has had a very good year. It's all very subjective. The pitch is going to be bounced over towards the left side of the mound. The throw over to first is in time. Heading on over to third is Sam Antonacci. And so there's one out in the top of the sixth inning. Vargas grounds out over towards the left side of the mound. I think Ohtani's going to start the game pitching, but I personally think that it should be Christopher Sanchez. As of now. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the sixth. 5-0 White Sox. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That misses outside and high for ball 2. The only person that I could see starting for the Brewers is Miz. That's it. That's the only starter that I could see. Nobody else. I can't see anybody else starting. 2-0 pitch. It's going to be taken for ball 3. This will be challenged though. And that is going to stand. It's 3 balls, no strikes in the top of the sixth. Folks, we are now 39 subscribers away from getting to 10,500. Three and 0 is the count. We got a runner over at third. 1 out as well in the 3-0 pitch. And that's way up high and outside for ball 4. Orzi not pitching so well so far here in the top of the sixth. So Benintendi gets on with his second walk of the day. He has also gotten on base today 4 times. He's 1 for 2. And Colson Montgomery is up to bat next. We mentioned this before, but the White Sox are 2.5 games in back of Cleveland for that top AL Central spot. The Twins are 6 games in back of Cleveland. Therefore, they're 3.5 in back of Chicago. The pitch. And that's outside for a ball. They've been gaining ground, though, obviously, because they took the first 2 games of this series. 1 ball, no strikes. To Colson Montgomery, who was hitless in 3 at-bats today. 1-0 pitch. Good block, as it was in the dirt for ball 2. Twins have 1 ABS challenge left. Chicago has 2. JJ, do you want the Diamondbacks or the Dodgers to win? I don't really care. I don't really root for anyone. I guess if I were to choose one, maybe the Diamondbacks. The 2-0, and that's a foul ball. I feel like my baseball fandom has changed over the years, chat. I really do. 2-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 6th. We got 1 out and runners over at the corners. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 2 in the top of the 6th inning. Good stuff. Give him 2 chairs in the chat. Let's go. So Montgomery has struck out 3 times today. Just has not had himself a good afternoon at all. 2 down, top of the 6th. And Chase Mydroth is going to be up to bat. And Chase stares at a pitch that's called a strike. A little bit high. Chase will challenge. We'll see what ABS has to say. Are they going to show ABS on the Jumbotron? They overturn it. They didn't show it. But it's a 1 ball, no strike count. 1-0 pitch. That is going to be called a strike. That was in the zone. 5-0 Chicago. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Chase. Fly ball hit out over towards deep right center field. That's going to go back towards the track, right in front of the wall. It's caught for out number 3. Just maybe a couple of more feet, and that could have hit off the top of that right center field wall. Regardless, though, the inning is over, as it was caught for out number 3 by Austin Martin. So 1 run provided by the Chicago White Sox, and it's a 5-0 game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll step aside, and we'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Grant Taylor is going to pitch 29 2/3 of an inning. And he will go out there to pitch the bottom of the 6th and face Byron Buxton first in the pitch. And they'll be in there for a strike. So it's 0-1 to Byron Buxton. He is 2 for 11 in this series. The 0-1 pitch. It's fouled off. This guy throws 100. It's funny because you would hear about players like back in the 90s, and they would say if somebody was throwing like 98, like 97, 99, those types of pitches, like they would choke up more on the bat. And it's just so interesting how the game just over the last 20 years has shifted, and now we have guys throwing 102, 103, and it's like 100 is nothing. The pitch was flied out over towards center, and the catch was made, and there's one away. What's up, Scott? Welcome back, my friend. You have a good walk? One away, bottom of the 6th. And the pitch, and that's going to be taken for a ball. Here's Brooks Lee. The 1-0. That's in there for a called strike. The 1-1 delivery. Another swing and a miss at a curveball that was in the dirt. A little bit more about Taylor. Grant Taylor, 24 years old. A right-handed pitcher. 6 feet 3 inches tall. 230 pounds. One ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And there is out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. I actually went outside and played ball with my dog. That's awesome. That's what I'm going to do after the game is done. I'm going to take Reese outside, and I'm going to play with her. She loves running after the balls. She will run. The pitch is taken down for a walk. She is so cute. Chat. 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Scott, what's your dog's name? Also, a lot more Tommy John surgeries now, too. That's true. That's true. 1-1 pitch. That's taken down for ball 2. And more, kids in high school and middle school are being taught that they have to throw fast. It's like your arm can only last for so long. 2-1, and that's going to be in there for strike 2. Two-two pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. And the catch will be made for out number 3. And we are going to go to the top of the 7th inning. It's a 5-0 Chicago White Sox lead. And so, we'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All right, good stuff, folks. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and make sure that you guys turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. We are now 38 subscribers away from getting to the 10,500 marker. It's a 5-0 lead for Chicago. Twins will have Taylor Rogers going out there to pitch. Rogers with a 4.15 earned run average. The pitch is popped up out over towards shallow left center. The catch is going to be made, though, as drifting back on the outfield grass was Tristan Gray. Didn't really have to go too far. And the catch is made. And there's out number one. It was Jacob Gonzalez who was up. The pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Popped up, hit out over towards left center. And Buxton is there to make the grab, and there's out number 2 in the top of the 7th. I was actually looking up during the break as I had allergies. I was looking to see if Dr. James Andrews still does, the Tommy John surgery, and if he still was in practice. He's not. He retired in 2023. You would hear a lot of athletes, or like on MLB Network, it would say that somebody's getting Tommy John surgery, and that's being performed by Dr. James Andrews. But he did retire in 2023. 0-1 pitch. That's going to be ripped foul. He is 83 years old, Dr. James Andrews. The ball is 2 strikes. The 0-2. That is a pie for a ball. Dr. James Andrews did between 40,000 to 45,000 surgeries throughout his career. He performed over 2,500 Tommy John surgeries alone. That's how well known he was. 2-2 pitch. That's taken down for ball 3. They say that he averaged roughly 30 to 50 surgeries per week. 3-2 pitch. Line drive hit out over to left field, and that's going to go all the way over towards the wall. Romo is going to get on with a double with 2 outs. And so Drew Romo is now over at second base. Gets on with a 2-out double in the top of the 7th inning. Her name is Landry, named after Tom Landry. Oh, that's cool. Nice. I love that. JJ, I used to have 3 dogs. One is a Chihuahua mix with Wiener dog, and 1 Rottweiler Husky, and 1 German Shepherd. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. You used to have 3. How many do you have now? Thought I felt a sneeze coming. But nope. Did not. Two outs, top of the 7th. And the pitch. It's going to be in there for a called strike. The 0-1 pitch. That's a check swing foul ball. No dogs. Have you thought about getting another one? Or no? You don't have to answer that. Just curious. The ball is 2 strikes. This is Randall Grichuk, who is in the box. And the 0-2 pitch, line drive, and that's a leaping catch made over at first for out number 3. The inning is done, and so we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. All righty, give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. All right, I'm going to ask you a baseball trivia question. And if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. Okay. I'd like to know, for my baseball fans that are out there, the question that I have for you is as follows. Who was the last Cy Young Award winner for the Chicago White Sox? Who was the last Cy Young Award winner for the Chicago White Sox? That's my question for you. You have chicken? That's cool. The last pitcher to win Cy Young for the Chicago White Sox. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. Derek Hill is out in right field. And the pitch to Josh Bell. Line drive, base hit out to right field. And so Bell gets on, and he will stay over at first base with a leadoff single in the bottom of the 7th inning. The last Cy Young Award winner for the Chicago White Sox. McDowell. Did you look it up? It is correct. That is correct. But be honest, did you look it up? The pitch is in there for a called strike. That's Austin Martin, who was up to bat. Jack McDowell did it in 1993, chat. That was the last time a White Sox pitcher won the Cy Young. Jose says yes. Well, then that's cheating. Cody Lawyerson is warming up in the bullpen. I had to look it up. I didn't know it. But it was the year I was born. I didn't feel right about cheating. No worries. No worries. You guys are fine. I'm just trolling with you. 93. Yeah, I was born in 98. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bottom of the 7th. A runner over at first. Oh, you were 93? Wow. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over to right. And the catch is going to be made. And there's out number 1. David Ferguson, thank you so much for the sub. Jack McDowell, that year that he won Cy Young, he had 158 strikeouts and 256 2/3 of an inning. He completed 10 games. He completed 10 games that year. 10 games. If a player completes like 2, that's a rarity now. The pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. Bottom of the 7th. No balls, 1 strike. Victor Caratini is up in the pitch. And it's going to be called a ball, but this will be challenged. And we'll see what the verdict is going to be. That should be a strike. And it is. So the White Sox challenge. The call is overturned. And the count is 0-2. But just imagine. A White Sox pitcher has not won the Cy Young in 33 years. 33 years. That's a long time for baseball, I'm saying. I would have never knew that. The ball's 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? They say yes, he did. There's out number 2 in the bottom of the 7th. So 2 away. It's okay, I wouldn't have known that either, but I thought it was a good one. Because everybody talks about the Cy Young, but you don't usually hear about a White Sox pitcher winning the Cy Young. And that's because it hasn't happened in that long. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball is 1 strike. Luke Kearshaw, 1 for 2 with a single. I have a golden doodle. 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. I'm not going to answer trivia. I get a little bit bothered like when people ask me trivia questions on here personally. I like to do it. It's cool. I mean, you know, people in the chat can answer it. That's cool, but I don't like doing trivia myself. I don't like when people ask me trivia questions because then it makes me look dumb. The 0-2. That's taken down for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. And a runner over at first. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And we're going to go to the top of the 8th inning. It's a 5-0 lead for the Chicago White Sox. Twins are getting blank so far. Cheers, everybody. All right, how we doing on the likes? Yeah, I have a golden doodle. She's so cute, chat. Was Casty DFA'd? That's not a trivia question. What is yes? What's up, SP? SBT Scott, what's going on, man? How you doing? Good to see you on here, my friend. All right. We have 66 of you guys watching. 48 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Thank you all again so much for being on here. We got the Phillies game later tonight. That game will be at 6:40. We'll be on at 6 o'clock. Pre-game show will be at 6:30. So we'll be doing that. Yeah. We're not going to be on tomorrow. We are going to be on for the Phillies game tomorrow. Let me retract that. But I will not be able to come on tomorrow night. And I will not be on Friday either. And then Saturday we got the Phillies game in the afternoon. And then Sunday we got a doubleheader. Do you have a favorite player from the Seattle Mariners? My favorite player from the Mariners, it's going to be a common one. I really liked Ichiro, and I really liked Felix Hernandez. But if we're talking about now, I do really like Dominic Canzone. I think that he's a fun one to watch. Who else do I like? I like, you know who I like? I have to say, I really like George Kirby. I think George Kirby's a lot of fun to watch. I like him. He's the type of pitcher that's a workaholic, and he just dominates the strike zone. And when he's on, batters just get so off balanced against him. So, no balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards deep left field. That's going to go back towards the track, and it's going to hit off the wall. I got to tell you, though, as it bounces off the wall, and the throw over the second is not in time, that was not a good job out in left field by Trevor Larnach. He misjudged that, and he probably should have caught that because he went back right in front of the track. The ball just went a little bit over his glove. And then just like looking at the replay, I think he was a step just a little bit in front of it, and that's what ended up happening. If he was one more step back, he would have caught it right in front of that wall. Just didn't angle it properly. He says, my bad. And the pitch is taken for a called strike to Vargas. I'm dumb too at baseball. The World Series winner of the year I was born was the Royals. The Royals. Wow. That's cool. Nice to see you, JJ. Great to be here. I love your work. Well, I appreciate you. I really do. Don't forget, we also do MLB Diamond Zone. You should definitely check that out. 0-2 pitch, line drive, and that's a base hit out to left center field. And another run is going to score for the Chicago White Sox. And an RBI single provided by Vargas, Miguel Vargas, that is. And he gets on for the 3rd time today. Jose, you're 12? Wow. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Here we go. The pitch to Benintendi. High drive. Hit out to deep right field. That goes a long distance. Kaboom for Andrew Benintendi. And that just opened the floodgates in this game. Nothing. Top of the 8th inning, Colson Montgomery, who has struck out 3 times today and is 0 for 4, swings and misses at the first pitch. Andrew Benintendi still has power in him. He's now 31 years old. The 0-1, and that's a foul ball hit back towards the screen. But yeah, definitely check out MLB Diamond Zone. It's basically like NFL Red Zone. And we get to call like 6 to 7 games at once, depending on the slate of games. It's a lot of fun. I think I'll post a poll during the Phillies game. And if people want us to do it tonight, we'll do it. 0-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Of course, we'll do it after the Phillies game. The ball is 2 strikes in the top of the 8th inning. Orioles won the World Series the year before I was born. Guess what year? 82? Has to be 82, right? 0-2 pitch and a called strike 3 over on the inside corner. And there's 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Glad to see them doing well, but I hope their bats cool down before coming to Philly, says Haley. That's another reason why I wanted to do that. Toy Story 5 is coming out June 7th. Well, Toy Story 5, they're having their special Minnesota on June 7th. You already know my answer to the poll. I'll take it as a no. I'm just kidding. I like it. It's fun. It's cool. The pitch. Swing and a miss. One ball, one strike. We're in the top of the 8th inning. And the 1-1 pitch, it swung on and missed. I'm starting to sort of now change it where it's like, you know, when people come on in, I expect that they're just baseball, like, you know, that they know the league. So I'm trying to sort of do my calls around that, you know. 1-2. It's taken down for ball 2. I think it's so cool. What would be on the slate tonight after the Phillies game? So what? So they'd be done. We would be done at like what, 10:30? Tonight there really wouldn't be a lot, I guess. The pitch. It'll be in there for a called strike. I wish the Dodgers, 1966. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. She says, JJ, Toy Story 5 is going to be released on the 19th. Yes. But, yes, that's correct. But the Twins are having their Toy Story 5 giveaways. They have like a special giveaway that they're doing. And that's on, I believe, the date that I just said before. They beat the Dodgers in 66. Right. Gonzalez is in the box. And the 1-2 is down for ball 2. So we would probably have like 5 games going on by the time we start. That's not bad. Maybe 6. 2-2. It's down for ball 3. The count is full. 2 outs, top of the 8th. And the payoff pitch. That misses outside for ball 4. And so there's a 2-out walk here in the top of the 8th inning. And that'll put a runner over at first, and Peters is up next. Tristan Peters will come on up to the plate. People are tired of the Dodgers. Hopefully there is a different team to win a World Series, says Danny. Two outs, top of the 8th. And the pitch is inside for a ball. I wouldn't be tired, though, if my Phillies were, you know, winning 2 World Series in a row. It would never get old for me. I felt that a little bit with the Eagles. I thought that they were actually going to go back-to-back. The next pitch is inside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. That's a foul ball. My favorite Tom Hanks movie that I like. Forrest Gump's good. Saving Mr. Banks is good. I've never seen Philadelphia. I have not seen Philadelphia with Tom Hanks. No. 2-1 pitch is outside for ball 3. A League of Their Own is really good. Toy Story, of course, is great. Pinocchio, I thought, was good. 3-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. Sleepless in Seattle was a good one. been in really good movies. He's a great actor. 3-2 pitch. Grounded over towards second, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time for out number 3. So the inning is done. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's an 8-0 lead for the Chicago White Sox. Never seen Save It Private Ryan. Polar Express. Not a good one. My favorite movie, I would say, I liked A League of Their Own. I really did. My favorite movie with him acting, Forrest Gump. I thought Forrest Gump was like, there's roles where you just say like, oh my gosh, like nobody could have done it better. Like Robin Williams as the genie, I felt like he was meant to play the genie. I feel like Tom Hanks was like meant to play Forrest, you know? I think that that's like the best way that I can put that. Does that make sense, chat? Take care. Gotta run. See you later tonight for the Phillies. I will see you tonight, my friend. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Who's up to bat? Cradler? Murphy is going to pitch. This is Chris Murphy. The pitch. That's going to be called a strike. Hits the inside corner at the knees. What's up, Falco? How old is Tom Hanks? I don't know. I'd probably assume like 75. Oh, a pitch that misses inside, and it actually hits him. And so the leadoff man is aboard. Murphy hits a batter. That's how we start off the bottom of the 8th inning. It's too bad. So we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That's up high and outside for ball 1. Orlando Arcia is 0 for 2. Flied out, also grounded into a fielder's choice as well. The 1-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. The Nationals are down 4-1. So if you're a Phillies fan, I guess that's something that you're rooting for. Nationals are 1 game in back of the Phillies for second in the NL East. 2 balls, 1 strike, by the way. That's to Orlando Arcia. I'll tell you a movie that I really love. The 2-1, Swing and a Miss. I like The Intern with Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. That's one of my favorite movies. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Let's go. Favorite baseball movie? Angels in the Outfield. Mitchell really loved Angels in the Outfield. And that is my favorite baseball movie. Another really good cast. Christopher Lloyd, Danny Glover, what's his name? Joseph Levitt. That's when he was a kid. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. The slider is in there for strike 1. No balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 8th. Haley, yours is the Sandlot. 0-2. Fly ball hit out over towards right. And the catch is made by Derek Hill for out number 2. Right near the line. Had to shift towards his left. But yeah, mine is Angels in the outfield. Sandlot's a good one. I mean, there's so many great baseball movies. But Sandlot is definitely a good one for sure. I'm excited for the Field of Dreams game. Speaking of Minnesota and Philadelphia, that's where they'll be. 0-1, swing and a miss. The count is now 0-2. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. And a runner on over at first. So it's no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. That's a fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. And Hill is there. He'll make the grab. And we're going to go to the 9th inning. It's an 8-0 lead. Yes, but I will not watch it with the hubby. He says line for line, and it's just so annoying. I'm laughing because I understand it. I get it. It's funny, though, because, like, with me, Mitchell obviously really loved the line-by-line stuff because that was, like, his language, you know? But I think that that's funny. But also that's, like, cutely annoying. Yeah, those are 2 adjectives that I never thought would ever go together. Cutely annoying. Yeah. That makes sense. The Field of Dreams game. They didn't have it last year. No. They're doing it, though, this year. Last year, though, because of the World Baseball Classic this year, the Tokyo games were awesome. I really liked that. You know? I thought that those games last year were awesome. We had a lot of fun doing those. Though I think that was my first, like, international baseball game that we streamed. I'm guilty of doing it myself, and I admit it, but still refuse. That's so cute. Justin Lawrence is going to come on in to pitch. Lawrence was dropped by the Pirates, and he's making his Twins debut. Obviously spent a lot of time with the Colorado Rockies. So we're going to the top of the 9th. The pitch. It's going to be taken for a strike. It'll be challenged, though. And that will still remain to be a strike. So the White Sox and the Twins still have one ABS challenge left. No balls, one strike. The 0-1. That swung on and missed for strike 2. You guys are asking me a lot of questions. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but asking me a lot of questions. It's good. Favorite football movie? I don't have one. I don't. I like Friday Night Lights, the show and the movie. I like All American, the TV show. It's a good one. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And there's out number 1 in the top of the 9th. JJ, do you think that this year's Field of Dreams game will be better than the Yankees White Sox Classic in 2021? I don't know. It all depends on who's pitching, guys. Like, if Christopher Sanchez is pitching, it might be a really good game. You know, like, there's that. Also, like, who's going to be healthy? Like, Bryce Harper, knock on wood, could be hurt. So we don't really know. But if everybody's healthy and Sanchez is pitching, I think it's going to be a good game. Or if Zach Wheeler's pitching. The pitch, that's got to hurt. That hit the batter right on the hand. That's Derek Hill. He just came on into the game. Oh, no. He is down. He is in pain. He is on his left knee, and he is hunched on over. He got hit in the left hand area. He's walking over towards the right side of the plate, and I think now that I don't want to speculate, but he's walking, he's still looking down. Now he's hunched over again. Trainer's having him walk. They're showing a replay. That one hurt. Gosh. They're showing all the different angles. Yeah, I don't have to see 5 replays of that. Gosh. Owie. He is going to remain in the game. He is still squinting his eyes over at first base, though, as the first base coach is there. My gosh. He will stay over at first. Wonder if he's going to come on out after this. The pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. He always says it works. Guilty of doing it myself. I do it too. The pitch, and that's another hit by pitch from Lawrence. And that was not, again, like these are just accidental. And so that's now 2 runners on base. That ball hit the batter on the left knee, right on the cap. That's gonna hurt too. Gosh. 2 runners on top of the 9th and 1 out. And Lawrence hasn't gotten hit on, but he's been hitting batters. And the pitch. This is Luis Angel Acuna, who looks at the called strike. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch. That'll be in there for strike 2. You like Rudy, and you like the blind side. I used to like the blind side, but 0-2 pitch. Line drive that'll be caught over at short. A basket catch provided for out number 2. As it was caught by Tristan Gray. And there's 2 away. Here comes Andrew Benintendi. And Benintendi takes ball 1. at 96. 96 miles per hour. Folks, if you are just tuning on in, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. We have 59 people rocking with us. There's the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss. So that makes the count now 1-1. The pitch. It's outside for ball 2. What else is doing this game? Oh, we should do a redirect after this to PAS. We should. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. That'll be fouled back towards the screen. Justin Lawrence with 15 pitches. He's gotten 2 outs, but he's hit 2 batsmen. The next pitch is way up high for ball 3. You're the best, Haley. Hope you have a great rest of your afternoon. Tell Lauren I said hello. Love you guys. You guys are the best. Tell the hubby I said hi too. 3-2 pitch. That's up high for ball 4. He seems like he's a really cool guy. You know? Bases are loaded. Top of the 9th. It's an 8-0 lead for the Chicago White Sox. There's 2 away. Colson Montgomery is up to bat with the bases loaded here. And Chicago's trying to add on to their lead. The pitch. That'll be bounced foul towards the right side at 97 miles per hour. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Line drive hit out over to center. It's a sliding catch made to end the inning. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Trevor Larnach, Josh Bell, and Austin Martin are due on up. Thanks, buddy. Will do. We love you, too. Let's go, baby. Yep. All right. See you tonight. Let's go. 1 more inning to go. Hey, bad. That's so cute. Let's go. All right, time to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Oh, boy. Good stuff. All right, it's 4:17 p.m. Eastern Time. My favorite rock group, I love the Beatles. They will always be my favorite rock group. Love the Beatles. I can't believe that the San Diego Padres DFA'd after he received a video. That's so sad. He receives a video tribute last night for the Phillies, and then he gets DFA'd by the Padres. Oh, that's diabolical. That's terrible. I hope he gets picked up by somebody, but gosh. Imagine you get a standing ovation, and you have a nice tribute video provided by the Phillies, and then the team that picked you up was like, yep, we're done. That's the very next day. That's crazy to me. All right, time to go to the bottom of the ninth inning. 8-0 Chicago. And on to provide the final 3 outs for the White Sox, as the first pitch is in there for a strike, is Murphy, who is still pitching. He pitched in the 8th inning, and he will pitch in the 9th. The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball's 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So 1 away. 16 pitches. And 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Montgomery slides over to third. And Acuna is over at short. After the game is over, we are going to go live for the Phillies game at 6:40. The ball is 1 strike. That's to Josh Bell. The 0-1 delivery, and that's going to be called a ball. Just a bit inside. Bell had a very good series. 4 for 9 so far. The 1-1 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. I wonder if he would get moved at the deadline. I don't know. 2-1 is the count. The pitch. It's a foul ball. That one goes on out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and there is out number 2. All right. And the Twins are down to their final out. Pitch number 1's a foul ball, hit back on over towards the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive, hit out over to right center, and the game will continue as it gets down for a base hit. And so, Martin gets on with a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and that'll put him over at first base. Marlins did beat the Nationals today 4-1. The Tigers won 7-2 against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Mets and the Mariners are tied at 1 apiece. And right after the game is done, we will have a redirect over to our friend Pure Adrenaline Sports. The pitch. Line drive, foul ball. No balls, 1 strike. All right, so we'll do that right after this game is over. Let's go to customization, redirect. We'll have a redirect right on over to here. Next pitch is taken for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Victor Caratini. And the 0-2 pitch is down for a ball. The 1-2 pitch popped up, hit out over towards shallow center field. Mydroth can't make the catch, and the game will continue again. And that is going to put runners over at first and third in the bottom of the 9th inning. Let's go. The Twins are still down to their final outs. They've been shut out through 8 2/3. Mydroth one more foot than he would have caught that. And the turn is back away from second base. And the ball just landed out in front of him. And here comes Luke Keisha, and on the very first pitch, he gets a piece of it and fouls it off to make the count 0-1. Is Ranger getting a tribute video and next day you were gone? No. Well, he wouldn't get a tribute video because the Phillies played them in Boston. 0-1, and that's up high for a ball. Second of all, he's doing really, really well. Castellanos was playing terrible. I mean, he wasn't starting. That's how bad he was. White Sox will challenge this. Call is confirmed. They're out of challenges. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 away, bottom of the 9th. And the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over to first base. The pickup and the tag is just in time for out number 3. Are the Twins going to look at this? I think that they say, hold up a second. We'll see. Yep, they're going to challenge. So hold your breath for a second. There was a grounder hit over to first. Question is, did he swipe him or not? I think he got him. Looked like the jersey moved a little bit. Gonzalez, I think, got him just on the S. But we'll see. They're like, well, we have nothing to lose here. From that angle, it's hard to tell. So after review, the call is confirmed. He's out at first base. And the Chicago White Sox are able to take care of business this afternoon and shut out the Minnesota Twins and get themselves a W and avoid a sweep. So, ring the bell. The Chicago White Sox get a W out in Minnesota and a big-time win for them. They played very, very well today, the White Sox. They played a complete game of baseball, and they were dominant. And that's what they needed. All right, good stuff. Very, very good. All right. So look, that is going to wrap it up for me. The Chicago White Sox are able to get themselves an 8-0 victory. I thought that they played a very good brand of baseball today. Erick Fedde looked really good out there on the bump. He was dominant. He was in cruise control, and he got help from his offense. They got off to that 4-0 start, and that was the difference in the game. They set the tone the right way. They got into the head of Taj Bradley, and Erick Fedde outdueled him, and that was the game. Really, the game was over early on. After the first inning, it was like the Minnesota Twins were going to have to fight their way back, and they didn't even get their first hit until the 5th inning. They got their first base runner in the 4th, and it was just going to be a long afternoon for them. So Buxton and the rest of Minnesota's offense just did not do well. Hopefully Derek Hill's okay. That was a bad hit by pitch. I think he stayed in the game, but I'm sure that that's going to be sore tomorrow. Probably for his sake, he's probably happy that he has an off day. And, yeah, so good stuff. Good win for the Chicago White Sox. The Twins, they took the series just not the way that they wanted that to end. They wanted to try to gain ground against the Minnesota Twins. Against the Chicago White Sox. And it just ended up not working out that way. But they still did take 2 out of 3. And you got to be happy about that for sure. All right, I love you guys very, very much. Lila Tov, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will catch you all later for the Phillies game. We'll start our stream at 6 o'clock, which means I'll be back in about an hour and a half. I will see you all for the next game. Lila Tov.